Humble beginnings, the birth of Manchester United. The story of one of the most iconic football clubs in the world began in the most unassuming of ways. Manchester United's story began in 1878, a time when football was still in its infancy and the Industrial Revolution was in full swing. A group of railway workers from the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Company formed a football team. These men, who spent their days working on the railways, found camaraderie and joy in the beautiful game. They called themselves Newton Heath Lyre Football Club, proudly representing their workplace and community. The initials LIR stood for Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway, a nod to their origins. The team played its early games on a rough pitch near the railway yard, a far cry from the grand stadiums we see today. The conditions were tough, but the spirit of the players was unbreakable. It was a humble start for a club destined for greatness. The early matches were hard fought, and the team quickly gained a reputation for their tenacity and teamwork. The club played in local leagues during its early years, competing against other teams from the region. These matches were the lifeblood of the community, drawing crowds of passionate supporters. They turned professional in 1885, a significant milestone that marked their transition from a group of enthusiastic amateurs to a serious football club. This was a significant step for Newton Heath, allowing them to attract better players and compete at a higher level. It was a bold move that showed their ambition and determination. Competing at a higher level brought new challenges and opportunities. The team faced tougher opponents, but they also had the chance to prove themselves on a bigger stage. Despite their progress on the pitch, the club still faced financial difficulties. Running a football club was an expensive endeavour, and the costs often outweighed the income. They narrowly avoided bankruptcy in 1902, a crisis that threatened to end their journey before it had truly begun. The situation was dire and the future looked bleak. A group of local businessmen stepped in to save the club, recognizing its importance to the community and its potential for success. Their intervention was a lifeline that kept the dream alive. They changed the name to Manchester United Football Club, a new identity that reflected their ambition to represent the entire city. This rebranding was more than just a name change. It was a statement of intent. This marked a turning point in the club's history, setting the stage for a new chapter filled with promise and potential. The name Manchester United would soon become synonymous with excellence and success. It set the stage for a new chapter in the club's history, one that would see them rise from humble beginnings to become one of the most celebrated football clubs in the world. The journey was just beginning, and the best was yet to come. Early triumphs, a taste of glory. The early 1900s were a transformative period for Manchester United, a time when the club began to carve out its place in football history. The journey to glory was filled with challenges, but it was also marked by moments of sheer brilliance and determination. Manchester United's fortunes began to change under the astute leadership of Ernest Mangnall. Mangnall, a man with a vision, took the reins of the club and began to steer it towards success. His influence was profound and far-reaching. He became the club's secretary in 1902, a pivotal moment in the club's history. Mangnall's appointment marked the beginning of a new era, one that would see Manchester United rise from obscurity to prominence. Mangnall was a shrewd operator, known for his keen eye for talent and his ability to motivate players. He understood the importance of building a strong team, both on and off the field. His strategic mind and unwavering determination were key to the club's early successes. He brought in talented players and instilled a winning mentality. Mangnall's approach was holistic. He focused not just on the physical aspects of the game, but also on the mental and emotional well-being of his players. This comprehensive approach paid off handsomely. United achieved its first major success in 1908. This was a watershed moment for the club, a testament to the hard work and dedication of everyone involved. The victory was celebrated with great fervour by fans and players alike. They won the Football League Championship for the first time, a remarkable achievement that signalled the club's arrival on the big stage. The triumph was a culmination of years of effort, planning and execution. This was a momentous achievement for the club. The victory not only boosted the morale of the team, but also galvanised the fan base. It was a clear indication that Manchester United was a force to be reckoned with in English football. It announced their arrival as a force to be reckoned with. The success of 1908 laid the groundwork for future triumphs and established a winning culture within the club. It was a turning point that would shape the club's destiny for years to come. The following year, United won their first FA Cup. This victory further cemented their status as one of the top teams in the country. The FA Cup win was a significant milestone, adding another prestigious trophy to the club's growing collection. They defeated Bristol City in the final at Crystal Palace. The match was a hard-fought battle, showcasing the skill, determination and resilience of the Manchester United team. The victory was a testament to their unwavering spirit and commitment to excellence. These early triumphs laid the foundation for the club's future success. The achievements of 1908 and 1909 were more than just victories. They were the building blocks of a legacy that would endure for generations. They established Manchester United as a major player in English football. The early successes under Ernest Mangnall's leadership set the stage for the club's illustrious history, paving the way for future generations to build upon the legacy of greatness. The Busby era begins, a new dawn at Old Trafford. The arrival of Matt Busby as manager in 1945 marked the beginning of a new era. His appointment was a turning point for the club, which had been struggling to find its footing in the aftermath of the war. Busby brought with him a fresh perspective and a determination to rebuild Manchester United from the ground up. World War II had just ended. The stadium had suffered significant damage during the war, and the club was in dire need of rejuvenation. The challenges were immense, but so was the potential for a remarkable transformation. Busby was a visionary leader. He was not just focused on immediate success, but had a long-term plan for the club. His vision extended beyond the pitch, encompassing the development of a strong club culture and a sense of unity among players and fans alike. He had a clear vision for the club's future. Busby believed that the key to sustained success lay in nurturing young talent and building a team that could grow and evolve together over the years. This was a revolutionary approach at the time, and it set Manchester United apart from other clubs. He implemented a youth-focused approach. Busby established a robust youth academy, scouting for young, promising players who could be developed into future stars. This focus on youth was not just about finding the next big talent, but about creating a pipeline of skilled players who understood the club's philosophy and values. Busby believed in developing young talent. He spent countless hours working with the youth teams, instilling in them the principles of teamwork, discipline, and attacking football. His hands-on approach and genuine interest in the players' development earned him immense respect and loyalty. He wanted to build a team for the future. Busby's strategy was to create a squad that could compete at the highest level for many years. This meant not just focusing on immediate results, but investing in the long-term growth and cohesion of the team. This approach quickly bore fruit. The young players, under Busby's guidance, began to show their potential on the field. Their energy, skill and commitment to the club's philosophy started to translate into victories and memorable performances. United won the FA Cup in 1948. This victory was a testament to Busby's vision and hard work. It was a moment of triumph that signalled the beginning of a new era for Manchester United, one that would be defined by success and innovation. It was the first trophy of the Busby era. This win was more than just a piece of silverware. It was a symbol of the club's resurgence and the promise of more successes to come. The FA Cup victory laid the foundation for future triumphs and established Manchester United as a force to be reckoned with. Busby's commitment to attacking football was evident. He believed that the game should be played with flair and creativity, and he encouraged his players to express themselves on the pitch. This attacking philosophy became a hallmark of Manchester United's style of play. He wanted his team to play with flair and excitement. Busby's teams were known for their dynamic and entertaining football, which thrilled fans and intimidated opponents. This approach not only brought success, but also endeared the club to supporters around the world. This philosophy would become synonymous with Manchester United. The legacy of Matt Busby's vision and leadership continues to influence the club to this day, shaping its identity and inspiring future generations of players and fans. Section 4, the Busby Babes, a team of unparalleled promise. The 1950s saw the emergence of the legendary Busby Babes. This talented group of young players captured the imagination of the nation. They played an exciting and attacking brand of football. United won back-to-back league titles in 1956 and 1957. They were led by the likes of Duncan Edwards, Bobby Charlton and Dennis Viollet. These young players became household names. They were admired for their skill and sportsmanship. The Busby Babes were more than just a football team. They represented hope and optimism in post-war Britain. Their success brought joy to a nation still recovering from the war. Section 5. Munich tragedy strikes February 6, 1958, is a date etched in Manchester United's history. The team was returning from a European Cup match in Belgrade. Their plane crashed on takeoff in Munich, Germany. 23 people lost their lives, including 8 Manchester United players. The world was shocked by the tragedy. This event is considered the darkest day in the club's history. It left a void that would be difficult to fill. The disaster robbed Manchester United of some of its brightest talents. Duncan Edwards, Roger Byrne and Tommy Taylor were among those lost. They were players who had their best years ahead of them. Section 6. Rising from the ashes, rebuilding with determination. The Munich air disaster devastated Manchester United. Matt Busby himself was seriously injured. He somehow found the strength to rebuild the team. He was determined to honour the memory of those who had been lost. Busby gradually rebuilt the team around the survivors of the crash. Bobby Charlton and Bill Foulkes became pillars of the new team. They embodied the club's spirit of resilience. The rebuilding process was long and painful, but Busby never lost faith. He believed that Manchester United could rise again.